Hello guys, how are we doing? Another day, another gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 beta. This time it's going to be using the Lachmann 556, which is a bit of a weird gun to unlock. It's part of the new gunsmith progression system within Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, the gameplay itself is pretty solid. I managed to get like a 4 KD or something like that. I get a VTOL jet. So if you haven't seen gameplay of that yet, I do get that in this video, but the gun itself we're going to be using is the Lachmann 556. Now I've called it a secret gun because it is a weird thing to unlock. So essentially, in order to unlock the MP5 or the Lachmann sub as it's called, you've got to use the Lachmann 762, which is basically a battle rifle. It's okay. The thing, it reminds me of the is it G3? G3 from Modern Warfare, like COD 4. It's okay. It's a bit weak, but it's a struggle to get through. And then once you've leveled that up to level 12, I think it is, or level 13, you then like unlock the Lachmann 556. And then once you've got that to level 12, you then unlock the Lachmann sub. But I've got to be honest, this Lachmann AR, this Lachmann 556, is actually a really, really solid gun. It reminds me a little bit more of a mobile Grau. I don't really know any other gun that's like this. It's like a full auto G3, but it is solid. Trust me, if you haven't used it yet, it's worth leveling up the Lachmann 762 just to give it a go. I know the beta's nearly coming to an end, but it is worth having a go because I do feel like it's a super strong AR. And if you haven't unlocked the MP5, it does eventually get you to unlock the MP5 or the Lachmann sub as it's called in this game. Eventually, anyway. I haven't actually got many attachments on this. I find that a lot of the attachments in this game are actually detrimental to the gun. I feel like the gun severely underperforms. I don't know why. They've seemed to, with the gunsmith in this game, they seem to have made it so that most of the attachments in this gun screw with the ADS. So if you're a player that likes to have a snappy ADS and, you know, can't guarantee on holding your pre-aim constantly, because I like to move around the map quite a lot, and in a lot of cases I need that quick ADS time, that quick sprint to fire time, which I know is more of a sub sort of thing. I feel like an AR should be able to hold its own as well at those close ranges, especially, well, in my opinion anyway, in my opinion. So the attachments I've got on this are the, I actually don't have this on at this minute, but the current build I've got, which is solid, is the Ecoline GSX suppressor, the FSS Shark Fin 90 underbarrel, and the LMK 64 rear grip, which basically just makes the ADS a bit quicker, which sort of counters the suppressor sort of side of things. So in the gameplay itself, I think I've literally just got the Shark Fin 90 underbarrel on. But as you can see, you don't really need much else. But my ideal build I've found so far, which obviously I've unlocked more things since this video has been recorded, is the suppressor, as I've said, the shark fin, and then the rear grip I just mentioned too. So yeah, the gun's solid. I would give it a go. And as I say, get the VTOL just here. The only thing with the gun is it runs out of ammo quite quickly. I think I found that with quite a lot of guns. It's almost worth running scavenger at some point, but yeah, the perks I have been running, which are my favourite things to run so far, are EOD, battle hardened, mainly because if you've incurred a stun or a flash, it's like you get stunned IRL. It's absolutely nutty. I would not recommend not running that ever because it's just not the one. And then my stage 2 perk, or it's like the bonus perk as it's called, is fast hands, just because I like to reload quicker, I like to be able to swap weapons faster, I like to throw grenades quicker, that sort of thing. And then the third, depending on how I'm feeling, it's either ghost, so I don't appear on enemy UAVs, and overclock, which essentially means I get my dead silence quicker. If you guys want dead silence, even though you're not level 30 yet, I would recommend creating a new class, selecting the can't remember what it's called now. There's a certain perk package which has it, certain custom, like a default loadout, which already has the dead silence equipped, and you just select that and then edit everything else within that, which means you do get dead silence before getting to level 30, which is I think what most people have been doing. But if you're not sure, that's worth looking into. I'm just going to have a quick note on what I think about the VTOL. My jump shot screwed with me there. He backed up a little bit and I just choked the kill hard. The VTOL was okay. I don't think it was anywhere near as strong as it was in Modern Warfare, which is a shame because I did put it on thinking it was going to be a bit of a dominant thing, especially on a map where it's fairly open like this. I mean, even inside the building at B, it's quite open. Another thing I just noticed looking at the gameplay as well, if you don't have battle hardened, well, I do have battle hardened. If you get hit by a, what was I going to say? if you get hit by a bouncing Betty, you do slow down as well. So as well as incurring damage, you get a really slow, suppressed sort of action in your character, which I don't like. I'm not a fan of it. But hey, one of the things. This pistol, by the way, very OP. It's probably not going to be the comp pistol just because it is that OP. It's very powerful. But I actually prefer, if you've played the beta, you might have like a blueprint of this X13, but I would recommend not using it. I'd recommend using just the standard one without any attachments. It just feels better. For whatever reason, in this, as I said before, they've made attachments almost worthless in this game because of how bad they are. I'm using SMTX, which is just my go-to as well, and then I like to have a smoke grenade as my tactical, just because if I want to get in there, I'm able to shut down lanes and whatnot, and then run through the smoke. It's just suits my playstyle. What else was I going to say to cover in this video? Oh yeah, I'm going to give you a bit of an update on what I think about Dead Silence. Turns out you don't hear it when you pop it, but there's this weird electronic sound whenever you press Dead Silence, and that basically alerts any enemies around you that you just popped it. So it almost negates the reason of using Dead Silence in the first place. Hey, that's just another thing I'm not a fan of. But I think the silencing and audio sort of side of things can be patched somewhat. That is something they are going to be able to fix. So this gun here, as I say, in this gameplay, I have since put on a suppressor and another rear grip, which does make the recoil a little bit better, as well as the ADS a little bit better. So if you guys put those on, you're going to be fine, just like me. Just a quick note, actually, while I think of it, I am using a new mic, so I'm hoping it does sound better. The old mic I was using was getting to the point where it was nearly inaudible in a lot of my recording, so I do apologise for the poor quality up till now. And by the way, that's how easy it is to take out counter UAVs. It is super easy. What was it, like 12 bullets from an auto gun? Like, just mount up, take it out. It's such a bane in everyone's life to have the counter UAV up. I do think it should maybe be a little bit harder to take out. That does seem a little bit easy. Maybe a whole clip, for example. But yeah, honestly, get mounted up, take those counter UAVs out, because they're still, and it's easy to do. I do feel like the UAVs are a little bit harder to take out, but because they move with a gun anyway. But counter UAVs, get them out. It does your whole team a huge favour, and it's actually quite easy. And it's a little bit more score. I am gutted they haven't included hardpoint in the beta yet. I know there's still another day to go. I would like to see some hardpoint. I know that people have been playing it in like the third-person moshpit mode and whatnot, but I want to see it in standard FPS. Basically, what is it going to be like in? Oh no, they have added it. My apologies. I'm just having a look at the game now as I'm doing this recording. They've added it this morning, so I'm excited to play that. See what the rotations are like. I know people are quite concerned with hardpoint that there are quite a few. Like there's 9 hills, for example, on one of the maps, I believe. But this happened in a previous game, and what they do, they basically test. They're testing 9 hills to see which ones are viable, and then they'll probably narrow it down to 5.
I keep thinking Dead Silence works as a UAV, like a ghost as well.
Yeah, that's essentially why they're doing it. They're narrowing it down so they can get the best hardpoints for us to play. What I am going to be concerned with what I keep thinking about, I briefly said it there in my voice comms. I don't know if you can hear, but I'll probably edit out my voice in the live commentary. Is that when on Vanguard, if you popped Dead Silence, you also got the ability of Ghost as well, which made it really powerful. But I guess that's because they needed another reason to use it, other than the fact that, because Ninja was out, so people really didn't have the incentive to use it as just for the Dead Silence. So yeah, that would have been a nice little addition, but hey, is what it is. So yeah, anyway, give this gun a go. I'm going to leave you guys to it. I don't want to drone on anymore. Give this gun a go. It fries. It's definitely worth leveling up, and it's a bit fun to use. I know people have been using the same meta guns for this whole beta, but I don't feel like that's something that people should be doing. At the end of the day, it's a beta. Try all the guns out, enjoy yourself, and don't worry about winning too much. It's just fun at the end of the day, and your stats are going to be. You're not going to be able to save the progress of the beta, as far as I am aware. So that's the game. I go 34-9, I believe it is, something like that. 34-9, maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.
Reminded me of the Growl. I think that's the best comparison I can give you.